Hello, my name is Whitney Bryant, and I'm here to present on the negotiation between the Mayor of New York, Michael Bloomberg, and the United Federations of Teachers in the state. The negotiation was supposed to be a win-win between both parties, but ended up being a lose-lose. In 2010, the state of New York passed a law requiring its school districts to replace their old teacher evaluation system. In the negotiation, New York City stood to gain about $250 million in aid and $200 million in grants, a 4% overall increase in state aid. The talks were expected to be difficult because of the often on-again relationship between the United Federations of Teachers and Mayor Michael Bloomberg. The final decision was to be made in January of 2013, and as it came close to the time, the mayor and the union could not reach a firm decision. In December of 2012, the city filed a complaint with the State Labor Board, accusing the union of failing to bargain in good faith and trying to extort the city by negotiating topics unrelated to teacher evaluations, such as pay, for example. The union president responded by saying that the union had the right to discuss a multitude of issues since the evaluation system would be a part of a new contract. The two parties tried mediation, but Bloomberg reportedly canceled the day of. The deadline was set for January 17, 2013, and on that day, both parties announced that their final negotiation session failed and that they didn't reach an agreement. The union said that they thought that there was a sunset clause met, but later heard that the mayor declined. The mayor felt that he was blindsided and went to the governor trying to get funding. Originally, Governor Andrew Cuomo said no, but a judge overturned the decision to impose the evaluation system in New York. Time does not permit for me to go through the years of negotiation between the two, so that the bargaining position cannot be understood. But because the state stood to gain more than 4% in aid, the mayor's underlying interests were clear. The union wanted to come to a fair deal, understanding that teacher evaluations are important, but wanted the outcome to be fair for teachers no matter how much the state stood to gain in aid. In my opinion, I feel that the teachers union could have been unsure of Bloomberg's real motives due to the fact that he cut billions from over 4,000 teachers for the 2012 fiscal year. Although the state stood to gain more money, teachers would have still had issues and would have had to change things they already were used to. The United Federations of Teachers also refused to endorse the mayor in his next term. That being a big endorsement and a big deal for Bloomberg, he tried doing what he could to negotiate and come to an agreement that would be happy for everyone. Mediation can be defined as a third-party assistance or two or more disputing parties who are trying to reach an agreement. In most cases, there is just one mediator, but in others, there could be multiple. In this negotiation, a mediator could have listened to both sides and come back with an honest opinion on how the parties could have solved things. But because Bloomberg canceled mediation, that did not happen. In my opinion, if they would have gone through mediation, I think the mediator would have suggested arbitration. The difference between mediation and arbitration is that an arbitrator can make the final decision, where a mediator can only suggest things to try to help make the final decision. Once Bloomberg decided not to show up for mediation, arbitration should have immediately been the next best thing between the two parties. I'm not sure of the next steps, but arbitration did come up, and because the things were so heated, Mayor Michael Bloomberg requested a second arbitration hearing. There are also several things that went wrong during this negotiation process. Both parties were given years to come to an agreement, but they did not use their time wisely. And as mentioned, Bloomberg canceled mediation, in which it could have been helpful in reaching a decision. I feel that since both parties were not really interested in negotiation from the beginning, they were not willing to hear the other party out fully, causing them to not reach an agreement by the deadline. In the days approaching the deadline, school officials told reporters that they were close to reaching an agreement and that everything was working out for the two. But shortly after, everything fell apart, which means that the open line of communications on both sides failed because no one was clear of the other position. I also felt that they should have tried game theory as well. They could have came together using different simulation skills they should have used different simulation skills and talked about the bigger picture and made decisions that would have been best for everyone, not just themselves. In the failed decisions, not only did the state lose, but students lost as well. Although there were things that went wrong, there were some things that went right, like the decision to go to mediation and go to the arbitration as well. When parties couldn't agree over the years, mediation became an option. The union tried to set a sunset clause as well in place that they thought the mayor would agree on, but later found out he didn't. The clause was supposed to get them to come to the deadline. The clause was supposed to get them through the deadline and also give them more time to come up with a firm agreement. Unfortunately, in the years of discussions and meetings during this negotiation, Bloomberg and the teachers union could not reach an agreement, but funding did come for the state, just not as expected. In conclusion, I learned that no matter how long parties are given to negotiate, they do not possess the proper tools in negotiation. In conclusion, I've learned that no matter how long parties are given to negotiate, if they do not possess the proper tools, the negotiation will never be successful.